What's up? This is Saladin Salon from King Corso, Conor Depressor, and Neapolitan Mastino Historical Talk. Hopefully, y'all having a lovely night. It's almost New Year's, and I'm making these videos for the New Year. So this way, you can have an understanding about the Conor Depressor, Conor de Corso, King Corso, Sicilian Bacaro, Neapolitan Massive, etc. Because a lot of people have a misconception. And this is the detrimental aspect of it, is that when these lies are being spreaded and told to be the truth and they're not, it has other people perspective of the breed warped. So hopefully, this will shed some light. Alright. It says, because Facebook was like chopping it up, so I got to do it again. What is the difference between an American and an Italian Cane Corso? It says this guy named Mark C., I guess he was proposing the question. So he said, I heard that there are two different types of Cane Corsos, the American bred and the Italian bred. So I just want to know the difference, if there's any. Also, I'm going to get a male. Are males or females better? Which is a typical question. Answer by Love Figato Figures, whatever. Alright. No real difference. The breed is thought to come from originally from Italy. Make sure you really do your homework, research not only the breed but the breeders. This is not an easy breed. Usually do not do well around strangers. If you have children, be extremely careful. And when there's friends over. So when you have children, be extremely careful when you have friends over. The breeder is extremely protective of his family and can easily take the roughhousing kids to do as threats to them. So basically saying that if you had guests over like cousins, etc., the kids are roughhousing, the dog might perceive the cousin as it's trying to hurt your child and the dog intervene. Alright, it says actually they are not even the same breed. Originally, the original Cane Corso were derived from the Neapolitan Masters. They go back about 400 years, but were considered a type of Neo until the 1940s, at which point they were recognized as an independent breed. By 1980s, they were almost extinct. Now I'm gonna stop there. See what I'm saying about the concept and the perception of this guy that doesn't know the truth of the matter? Alright, he says that again, in the 1980s, the breed was almost extinct. How was that so? That's what I'm gonna say. How can that be humanly possible? Now, think about what he just contradicted himself. He said the Neo and the Corso were the same breed. He said the breed is supposed to derive back, or the type of breed is supposed to derive back 400 years. He said in 1940, the Corso became an independent breed. The Neo became an independent breed. He's not making any sense, right? Okay, I'm going to proceed to read on. All right. Breed fanciers use the remaining few to reestablish the breed by crossing them with boxers and bull masters to spread out the gene pool. The American Cane Corsos were created completely separate from the original Cane Corso. The breed creators merely used the name. The breed went into the development with Neo, Rottweiler, and Presa Canario, but absolutely no Cane Corsos went into them. If they come from Italy bloodlines, they are called Cane Corso regardless of where they were born, much like the Doberman or any other breed. And this other enthusiast answered by Animal Guru. There is a slight difference. The Italian lines tend to be smaller and they have a more boxery type face. The American lines tend to be bigger with a more pit bull face. Some breeders cross the American lines with Italian lines to get the best of both worlds. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. It depends on what you're after. They all share the same lineage and hail from Italy, but the Americans have bred a bigger stock. Just by a breeder, just buy from a breeder who health checks their dogs, which I agree, because the corsos are prone to hip and joint problems. Epilepsy is also common in some of the lines, so do your research, which I agree. Corsos are a wonderful and even a well-tempered dog. I agree. They are not as dog aggressive or prey driven as some other breeds. I disagree. They are not, okay, such as he gave us examples like pit bulls and dogos. They won't go out looking for a fight, but typically they won't back down if another dog initiates a scrap. My corsos accept anyone I accept. They are extremely friendly and social dogs, thus very typical, but they sense if I'm uncomfortable. And like someone to watch out. I mean, well, if he's feeling uncomfortable, he's saying that the dog is definitely going to respond to him being uncomfortable. Excuse me. All right. It says they seem to be instinctively known when to be protected. I agree with that. And would actually never bite unless if it was absolutely necessary. I agree with that. They are excellent with children when raised with them. The only issue in their size can be easily knock down a child, okay, and blah, blah, blah. But like that other guy, like I said, the misconception of the history aspect. First of all, the American corso was called the Sicilian Bacciaro. This is true. The Sicilian Bacciaro is it's an Italy breed. So Sicily is part of Italy. So, see what I'm saying about the other dude? So, if Mike Satilli went to this farm in Sicily, seen the dogs, got the dogs, and brung them over, it's not an Italian breed, and the dogs were more bigger than the mainland dogs on Pugla, some of them, and these dogs were more of traditional type. He didn't get what the other guys were doing. He didn't get the contaminated stuff that was mixed with boxes and stuff, because in the development in the 70s, they were mixing boxes and stuff. So in Sicily, Sicilians don't like mainland Italians and etc. So he locked up and got the Sicilian Bacciaro, the real true kind of depressor. He brung them over. They were bred type. So now he breeds Neapolitan Masters, show Neapolitan Masters that extend back to the Scandese line, that extend back to the original kind of depressors. So he bred the Bacciaro and the Neapolitan Masters together, which made some more awesome kind of depressors. So therefore, he changed the name, Cane Corso. He was the spokesperson of the Cane Corso here in America. The first spokesperson. So like, yo, he was the Sac representative for America here. So there's no different distinction or nothing like that. It was the same damn dog. And like I said, these people get the misconception of this situation. And there was no such thing as a canary dog bred into a corso and then bred back into the lines. Nah, that didn't happen like that. That's a misconception. That is a lie. Also as well, the Rottweiler crossing happened one time. One time only. That dog wouldn't pollute the whole gene pool of corsos when they were becoming popular. It wouldn't have. So again, I'm just saying, like this is just like I said, food for thought. Just food for thought. All right, this is other one. I wanted to read this. I don't know the author's name of this, but me and him, Johan Hernandez, we both went in on this one. He says, sometimes referred as the Sicily Band Dog, the Italian-American Bulldog, or just plainly American Cane Corso. This was a dude that was deliberately taking shots at Mike Sicily Jr. All right, let me continue to read. He says, being initially as the American-bred Cane Corso Il Italio strain, this breed is today generally disregarded by the Italian breeders as impure due to the introduction of some fighting breeds into its bloodline. Most notably the Presa Canario, the Rottweiler, Band Doggy, English Mastiff, and Pit Bull Terrier. Ain't this like the kettle calling the pot black? Like, yo, can you really be serious? You know how many other foreign and unindigenous breeds that went into the Italian Corsos in their development and still going on to this day? And they call it the American Corso impure. You Italian enthusiasts aren't serious, right? But see, this is just the fault of you American enthusiasts running over there with the bull crap. But all right, let me just go ahead. Most Sicily Corso dogs don't even have any Corso blood in them. You can't make this up. Having been developed by crossing Rottweilers with Neapolitan Mastiffs. Yo, didn't he just say that it was Band Dog, English Mastiff, Pit Bull Terrier? Now, the main component is supposed to be Rottweiler and a Neapolitan Mastiff. Okay, it should be noted that while this is not the same thing as a Cane Corso Italiano, it is often advertised and sold as such, resulting in increasingly bad reputation from the legendary Italian breed. This is insane and crazy. And this is what I talk about, the misconception of these dudes writing these type of articles. That is not actual fact. That is not the truth. All right, let me go on. It says, the American Bully is also very different from the Corso Puglets from Canada. However, Sicily Band Dogs are regardless crossed with the Italian Corsos, registered as the same breed, making their distinction quite complicated. The American Corso dog is primarily a protection. The American Corso is primarily a protection and a fighting breed. And what American Corsos was used in dog fights? Okay. This dude is a moron. All right, hold up. But it's also common as a companion or pet in the United States. Unfortunately, many owners believe that they own the actual Cane Corso Italiano, while in fact, their dogs is something very different, which is untrue. Unstable temperaments and no true uniformity in appearance. Whoa. That's a hell of a statement right there. No uniform and inconsistency. Are you serious? Hold up.